Hi, welcome to Punch Perfect Boxing. You'll have to forgive me because it's Christmas time and I've got a really heavy cold and a bit of a sore throat. So if I'm a bit croaky, please forgive me. Now what I was going to do tonight is I was going to do a little review on the Dillian Whyte versus Derek Chisora, the second fight which happened on Saturday night. But for me there was a much better fight on the undercard, and I thought it was a great fight and a great performance. It was Charlie Edwards versus Rosales, and it was my sort of boxing. So I thought, those lower weights don't get much recognition, and they should do. I think a lot of boxing fans kind of ignore them. I think anything under 135, not everybody, but a lot of people just miss out on those divisions below 135. And I think it's a shame because there's some great boxers down there, and there's Inui, there's Charlie Edwards, there's Saul Rungavasai, there's Roman Gonzalez, there's Estrada, there's a whole bunch of people down there, and Andrew Selby's just coming back, so all of those divisions down there are alive with great talent. So I thought to myself, I'd rather do a video on Charlie Edwards and Rosales than Dillian Whyte and Chisora. I might do that at a later date, but that's by the by. Now I followed Charlie for quite a while. I followed him as an amateur, and if I'm right in thinking, he turned pro in about 2014. Slowly did an apprenticeship and he looked brilliant, and then he fought, and I hope I've got the name right, Casimiro. And for me, Charlie wasn't, I don't know, no disrespect to Charlie, but I don't think he was at the races that night. He wasn't the Charlie Edwards that I've seen perform. He didn't have the movement. He just didn't look right. Maybe he was just a step too far, too early. I don't know. But before that, I'd seen a spar, only a couple of minutes, with Michael Conlon in MTK Marbella, I believe. And it's on YouTube, and it's only about 1 minute 45. But Charlie, both of them had their moments in the spar, what I saw, and it looked very competitive, and I'm told the whole spar was a world-class spar and you would have paid money to see it. But what I loved about Charlie was his movement. He was moving from southpaw to orthodox. He was showing different angles. His movement was beautiful, and I thought to myself, you move like that in the pro game at the highest level, you're going to cause a lot of people problems. But against Casimiro, he didn't do that. Like I said, maybe it was a step too early, too far too early. And I know he went away and he regrouped, he moved up to Sheffield, he changed his coach to Grant Smith, and I was hoping for great things on Saturday night, and I wasn't disappointed. What I saw was Charlie came out. I must admit, when he was walking to the ring, he looked very, very tense, and I was thinking, oh please, I just hope that tension isn't going to drain you. The fight started. Charlie looked a bit tense, and he was still moving very well and stuff, but you could tell he was just a little bit stiff. Second round, different story. Charlie started to move from side to side. He was moving on the line, he was moving off the line, he was coming in and engaging, and when Rosales was throwing punches, he would lure him into traps, take a step back, and there was a beautiful left hook Charlie threw to the face. Beautiful. Rosales stepped in, missed with his right hand, and Charlie caught him with a beautiful left hook. And I think he also followed up with a great uppercut in the second round. Charlie just built on that. Like I said, he wouldn't let Rosales set his feet. He kept moving in from side to side, coming in, managing the distance, controlling the distance. And when Rosales was throwing, just take a step back and come in with lightning fast combinations. Now, Charlie wasn't having it his own way entirely. Rosales is no mug, and he was catching Charlie at times, but you expect that at that sort of level. But what I loved about Charlie was he was dictating the tempo. He was dictating when he wanted to fight. He was coming in and, like I say, managing that distance and engaging when he wanted to engage. And when you can control the tempo of a fight, it's very disconcerting to the other fighter, because Rosales kept on, especially towards the end of the fight, kept on gesturing in Charlie for a brawl, and Charlie wasn't going to have any of it. He stuck to his movement, he stuck to his game plan, and like I say, kept moving him around, getting Rosales out of position at times, so much so that he spun Rosales around a few times, and Charlie was facing his back. Great stuff. When somebody does that, that tells me you're getting the person out of position, and like I say, your game plan is working. So Charlie stuck to his game plan. Ran about, I think it was 6th or 7th round, Charlie got a cut, and still boxing beautifully, and I was just hoping and praying that that cut wasn't going to distract him, because when you're boxing, it only takes a drip of blood into your eye, and you blink for a split second and you can't see a punch coming. But Charlie, again, didn't let him phase, it didn't phase him one little bit. Went over to the corner, and fair play to the corner. They managed it really, really well, and Charlie came straight back in, didn't miss a beat. Like I say, kept moving him, kept coming on and off the line, kept moving Rosales around, wouldn't let him set his feet, and some of the combinations Charlie was throwing was lightning fast. Great defence he had. He kept his elbows tucked in, his hands nice and tight, and was taking a lot of the punches on the gloves, and then he would respond, then step out and then move away. I thought to myself, now there's not many boxers who can move and punch. We've got Josh Kelly, we've got Billy Joe Saunders, and we've got Charlie Edwards, and it's a very, very difficult art to do, is actually move and punch. Most boxers will move and then start punching. They won't punch as they move. Like I said, Charlie, absolutely brilliant. Fight was moving on, and I had Charlie well ahead. Then, I think it was about the 11th round, Rosales came on strong, and I was thinking, please don't engage. Please don't engage. Just keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, Rosales was having some success, but Charlie was coming off the better in the exchanges. And like I say, his punches, his combinations were lightning fast, and you couldn't tell what Charlie was going to throw. They were all well disguised. Some of the uppercuts to the head and the body were just world class, top draw. Got to the 12th round, and again I'm thinking Rosales is going to come out like a steam train. You know, he's going to come out and throw everything in his last round, because he must know he's behind on the cards. Now, will Charlie's fitness let him down? But it didn't, and Charlie kept moving. Yes, Rosales came out and has some success, but then again Charlie would just take that, absorb it, and go back to his game plan. Moving, punching, stepping out. Great, great boxing. And as the seconds ticked away, I just thought, unless I'm seriously wrong, and we've got some terrible judges, Charlie's going to be the world flyweight champion. Scorecards came in, and thank God they all married up, and they were all pretty much a fair reflection of the fight. And Charlie Edwards is world flyweight champion. I was massively over the moon for Charlie. I know how hard he's worked. Like I said, I followed him a long time, and I know how hard he works, how dedicated he is, and how much that loss in 2016 set him back. And it's the mark of the man to come back, rebuild, and come back better than ever. And like I say, you're going to have to set out a different game plan for the top fighters in this division. But if he moves and punches and throws combinations like that, and this will only give him confidence. And if he moves and throws punches like that against the top guys, he's going to be up there with the very, very, very best of this sport. After the fight, I was, like I said, was over the moon for Charlie. Absolutely brilliant. And I think one of my favourite pictures of all time is where he gave the belt to his mum. I know his mum's not been very well, and God bless her, and I hope she had a fantastic night. It looks like all the Edwards had a fantastic night, and yeah, it was a fantastic picture. And yeah, I just, like I say, picture of the year for me. So thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, and let's look forward to some fantastic fights in the new year. God bless.
No, no.